So, a quick intro. So, while it's fresh, right now, while it's still fresh, I would like to share to you information that I had from channeling. I was doing, there are now people writing to me from all over the world, from many places, but not many people, and some of them were interested in the channeling. So basically what happened was I was on Skype writing, and there are some people that ask some questions, and I'm just conscious channeling. I'm just typing what information comes through, and I just type it on Skype. So basically it's not that strong as you do when you are like sitting in chair and like a little bit in meditation, but it's basically simple, because when there are questions, all of a sudden when I feel about when there are questions around, I just feel that if it's necessary to channel, then the energy comes through in my head like this, and my head gets a little dizzy, and then I know that I'm ready for channeling, and that the channeling is really necessary. But it really depends on the person asking these questions, and in that moment my own state of being, like if I'm enjoyed, I'm not tired, I'm not sleepy, and so on and so on. So I have to be a little bit with energy. So it could be really good. It could be in daytime, or a little bit in the evening, but not very late evening. So the information about what was it? Ying Yang energy. The person asked me about dark energies and energy that creates matter, and suddenly, instantly, the entity was showing me that the dark energy is combined with the energy of light, creating the density that we call physical reality. And how I understand is that the lower the energy, the solid it gets. It can get so solid that no energy can touch it. It can get so solid that it can even go out of existence. It can get so solid that for our perspective it can be energy that can really felt as something really awful, something really slow, something really solid, something really hard, and something really it depends on the frequency or the level of the energy, and this energy gives the frequency, because it could be called as a resonator. I mean, like a resistor. For example, as it was understood that the lower energies, you can say dark energies, are slower until solid. And they become nothing, because no energy can touch it. It's nothing, no reactions from it, and this energy is necessary to create the density, as we call physical reality, because the higher energies, there are really infinite numbers of frequency levels, but the frequency levels are in infinite frequencies, and the consciousness are in infinite frequencies, and the density between the dark energy and the, you could say, light energy creates the density, the level of densities. The more of the dark energy combined with the light energy creates lower densities. The less dark energy, the more light energy creates like light energies, like light densities, like densities, and you call higher and higher densities where there are only astral beings, and so on and so on, where there are only light bodies, and so on and so on. And furthermore, this energy, what was given to is in this reality, we call physical reality, has to be in perfect balance. If there is more of the dark energy, our bodies can get really solid. Sometimes we can feel really much fear. We can feel really much dependent on many things because we don't have the capability to understand many things. Because there's really so much solid energies. So solid energies, they don't. No, the window shut it up. Upstairs, kicked me out of my thoughts. But the idea was that if you get higher and higher the light energies, it can really create your body in really more and more transparent, more and more lighter, more and more open, more and more sensitive, more and more moving, more and more energized, more and more so on and so on, creating the body more and more, because the low energies slow down your body and your energy. The slower energies, meaning the solid-like energies, the darker energies, they are darker because they are so slow that they don't produce any light. They don't consist of any light, because the light is only the higher energies. And in combination, balancing these energies, they create the matter as such, matter as we feel physical. Because when we touch something, it has to be in a lower frequency. So when you understand that we feel something is creating resistance, something is resisting. But imagine yourself in higher frequencies, when you have only energy body, you still touch something, you can go through it, you can touch through it. It doesn't have that much resistance anymore. And this now puts together many things. Another strange craft flying. Now this puts together many things from first channelings where we had that when Earth was created, the beings, astral beings from higher dimensions, were so excited to see how God's creation is creating and creating, expanding, unfolding, that they wanted to see how this happens, and they started to come to Earth. And when they come to Earth, their bodies started to manifest from their astral bodies, like the light bodies. The energy from the Earth started to crystallize with their astral bodies, creating a physical body. Now this comes together also because Earth itself is matter, and Earth energy itself creates matter. So therefore, to have all Earths and planets and so on has the own density energy that produces matter as they produce it, the matter as such. So for purpose of having physical experiences, you need the darker energies, the lower frequency energies, slower energies, which are produced by the planet as such. And the idea of having these physical realities, producing these physical realities, is that you merge yourself with the density energy which is produced by Earth itself. And I even believe that throughout all the cosmos, the energy somehow exists, creating as physical form as such. And this energy is a combination in creating density. Now another thing, when I was for many years ago, when I was really amazed that many entities in my dreams came and teach me something which I didn't know what it was, but now I do understand what it was. It's just telepathic communication from other frequencies. They, in one dream, but it was many dreams, but it was one type of a dream that carried on in different nights. The entity was coming through and taught me how I could move objects through walls, move objects through table, for example, move objects through any place, any matter, how I can move objects. And what he taught me was, you need to get higher and higher energy from the top of your head. You need to lower it in your palms. For example, imagining that this is something very solid, but basically it is solid. It's a napkin, and you lower the energy from your head, top of the head. You guide it through your palms to your palms, and when you do this really strongly, you will feel that there is energizing coming through, like shivering, like itching sensations, like electricity sensations, and you guide this energy to your palms. Now when you do that really strongly, your palms will feel energized, your palms will feel electricity, like under some strong doses of energy, and they can become really in a moment you will feel like you're under some kind of they will not feel anymore. You will not feel the palms anymore. You just will feel the strong energy as electricity, and then you send and give this energy to for example, this napkin. And really easy it is with objects like metal, with objects like wood, and so on, because they really, you can feel really strongly them, and you can feel and you can give the energy really strong to this object. Now when this object has this energy that you give, it has more and more this Ying energy, I mean this energy from the top, which is the light energy, and this light energy will give all these napkins, all these atoms, all these molecules, all this light energy, and it will really be overrun with light energy, and it will really create less and less density of this object. And when you touch, for example, in the dream I was going through a wall, and when you touch the wall you have to give more and more energy to this napkin, and it will give some more energy a little bit around the wall. And it will give also this yin, I mean this, I don't know, yin or yang, yin energy I call it, from the top, the white energy, and it will give this object also around the wall this energy, and the molecules will start moving really fastly, and it will just go through like water. You will just go through like water. The only problem is that you can get stuck between. I was moving the business card, I was holding a business card, some paper, you can call paper, thick paper sheet. It was a business card from some company in that dream, and I was moving, and I was and I lost concentration, and the energy stopped flowing, and the business card stuck in the middle of the door frame, and I was like, whoa, and I'm touching the door frame, and it's now combined. It's now wood with a business card in it. And I was like scratching the card off, and still there was a line of this business card, and I was like really amazed. And then I was next dream, a similar lesson also came, that I was pouring a cake. I was holding basically there was a table, a huge table, and a cake for birthday cake or so on the table, and I took it in my hands. I feel again the strong energy. I was like, oh, everybody, do you want to see? I can throw a cake underneath the table and push it outside on the top, like through the table. And they were just laughing. I said, no, laughing. I was like, oh, how could it be? How could you do this? And so on. So I took the cake. I loaded up with energy, this energy from top, and I really feel the cake. I feel the energy through all my hands, and I'm just moving up, and the table was about this thick. The cake was about this thick, so I push it. I didn't want my hands to go through, so I just push it as top as I can, and the cake remained on the top of the so half cake inside the table, half cake on the top of the table. And so I said, oops, I just destroyed your cake and your table, in a sense. But I took my hand from the from the top, grab the cake and eat it, and it was 100% cake, no attachments added to it. So basically what you have to understand is that everything is consciousness. This is consciousness, and some other forms of realities, it exists as astral, as higher energy, as consciousness. In this reality, it is this consciousness is used to create physical matter. So the light energy, the astral body of this energy, combined with the dark energy, dark matter energy, creates matter. So basically you have to understand that without the energy of matter, there is only the consciousness left. So the more and more density of the dark energies, you call the matter energies, the Yang energies, energy from the earth, it creates matter, the more and more. So if you energize this matter, such light energy combined with matter energy, dark energy, there is only more and more and more light energy, really less dark energy left. So it becomes more and more light. And it becomes more and more light. You can do whatever you want with this. You can go through solid objects like, you know, like these ghosts that can walk through walls, walk through walls. But it still consists of matter energy, so you can still see it and still feel it. What I wanted to say is that when you energize it and lead it through walls, if you stop giving it the consciousness, it will never merge with another consciousness, what I want to say. For example, the wall is different consciousness. This is different consciousness. It will never merge. It will never be merged with that consciousness. So basically what I want to say is that you move through walls and you take it outside, there is nothing left of the identity or the consciousness of the wall. But if you leave it in the middle, they are physically, you could say, the same. And, you know, the napkin is left in the middle of the wall, for example, but the consciousness still are different. So if you again energize this object, you can get it out from the wall. But I believe it could be a little bit tougher. So you need to push your hand through the wall. So the idea was that also I could go through walls, but I was afraid to be left in the middle. But it could really maybe damage my body. I don't understand, because I'm really also matter-like energies. So basically, this. I hope this happened all in channeling. I hope this gave you. There were also many ideas about the illnesses or the diseases that happen, that if the energies are not imbalanced and the energies are a little bit lower, and the energies are so on and so on reduced, there can happen some forms of illnesses, forms of